I experienced premature ejaculation for more than 5 years, and dealing with this for such a long time until finally overcoming it helped me significantly to differentiate the BS and the fluff from the stuff that actually works, including these sexual positions. After going to a bunch of embarrassing failed trials, I discovered a specific position that I guarantee will work on your favor when it comes to last longer in bed, and will work to her favor as well, because besides helping you to increase your timing, it also targets her G-spot very well. And today I want to share this with you. My name is Jesus Noya and I help men to last longer in bed, become sexually dominant and be more attractive. All this while avoiding the deadly mistakes that I made through my sex life. This comes from my medical background of being a medicine student and 5 years of struggling with things like premature ejaculation, performance anxiety, and non-existent sexual confidence. Today I want to save you from the pain of getting embarrassed for lasting only 5 seconds in weird positions, where the friction and tension to just perform them and put your dick in already decrease your timing. This position, as I mentioned, will help you to last longer in bed, target her G-spot, guaranteeing a powerful sex experience for her, and with this giving you more sexual dominance. And just very quick, if you're struggling with things like premature ejaculation, performance anxiety, and you want to overcome them fast, go and click the link in the description right now. That way we can work together on accelerating the process to make you a sex god and be the man of her life. Again, go and click it right now. But now let's jump into the video. I discovered that this position was so powerful for the things that I mentioned from experience. It's not that I read it somewhere from a virgin guy on Reddit. When I was only 15 years old and was starting my sex life, the positions that I was trying were the ones that I only saw in movies or in porn, that to be honest were kinda difficult to perform for a virgin. I remember doing my first time with a missionary and it was super difficult. I didn't know where to put my arms, I didn't know how to control my body. I was always nervous and intense, and besides that I had to focus on balancing myself while doing it. And this actually contributed to make premature ejaculation worse because of that tension and friction just to perform them. I was already feeling like coming just from all this anxiety. So that wasn't the beginning. Then when I was more conscious of my sex life and I realized that I wanted to improve it, I started to research and read a lot about the specific positions and the best ones to give orgasms to women. I read, investigated, I put in practice, and I failed. One of the main problems for this was that even if the positions could be effective to give orgasms and have good sex, the premature ejaculation wasn't letting me to have enough control. It was very obvious that these positions were made for someone with that problem. And things stayed like that for a while. I was making progress, but it wasn't too significant. Until one day, one of my sexual partners back then, just like by intuition, said she wanted to try something new. She actually didn't even say it just ended up happening. And it was a big surprise for both of us when I just didn't last way more than usual. But the experience for her was astonishing as well. As a picture is worth 1,000 words, I would put it here hoping that YouTube doesn't ban my channel. And that position is what is called the cowgirl, that probably you already know. This one, from my experience, is the best position to last longer and have more control over your ejaculation. It really works because first of all, it's like it releases you from the stress and tension of your body. Once you're in other positions like missionary or doggy style, you have to be like either standing up, moving all the time, stretching, being on balance or whatever, right? But with this one, you're just laying in bed. It's like you're taking a time to relax. And as you relax, now you can focus on your mind and the sensations of your body to study your arousal and be in control of it. This position is also easier in my opinion to put your dick in comparison with others, because instead of you just being the one trying to put your dick in the hole that to be honest sometimes is difficult to find even for the guys that had a lot of expertise. With this position, she collaborates for you to go in, like guiding it. This position is also great for sexual and emotional connection, because in comparison with other positions where she's just like there waiting for you to do something, this time both of you are active in the process and she can be more involved in the movements. Now some guys say that this is like a submissive position for a man, with the girls they want taking the lead all the time, and some women confirm this, but to be honest I don't think that's the case, as most of the dynamic between submission and dominance doesn't come from the physical act of sexual positions, but more from the energy between you both. If you're a real masculine man with a high dominating energy, I don't think that a woman buzzing on your dick is going to make you more submissive. Just think about it. If you have a girl bouncing and grinding on you for the sake of giving you pleasure, how is that going to make you submissive? In any case, if you're going to be more dominant during this position, there are a couple of things that you can do. You can put your hands on her hips, controlling her movements at the way that she's going. You can move your whole body, especially around your hips, to go deeper. Touching her thighs or the rest of her body, spanking, choking. There are a bunch of things that you can do. Actually, now that you're more in control of your ejaculation, it's like you have more freedom to do other things. You are more in control. So as the bottom line, this is a position that I've seen that have worked the most when it comes to lasting longer. And besides that, all the benefits are just too great to not put them in practice. And if this wasn't enough, it would also target her G-spot. That part that sometimes is so difficult for men to find that they think is a myth. I remember reading about the G-spot and how to target and everything, the anatomy and where it was. This was years ago when I was like 16, and I was trying to put in practice the things that I was reading to stimulate it, but it was still a little bit esoterical for me. Like, I didn't know if I was doing it right. And the reality is that it's not until you hear it from a real life woman that you start to understand the concept. After the time that I had sex with the girl that I explained the first story, she told me that she was feeling like a little bone, and while she was moving it was like she was hitting a little bit, and that was causing her a lot of pleasure. When she said that, all the things that I read from the books and the anatomy classes finally made sense. Let me show you exactly what is happening, how this position is targeting that, and please YouTube don't ban me, I'm just trying to help, man. So the bone that she was mentioning is the pubic bone, that one that is around the pelvis, specifically around the area where pubic hair usually grows. When she's on top, and next thing that happens if your dick is long enough is that you're going to be more able to reach to the cervix. You're gonna be hitting that part easier, and that usually causes a great balance between pleasure and pain in women. You can see the cervix here in the picture. So the G-spot is supposed to be just between the urethral opening and the vagina, something that is not shown in the picture, and one of the reasons for the G-spot to be there and be so sensitive is that some of the nerves on the clitoris is close to that part and are heated as well. Finally, what's happening, why it's so stimulating for the G-spot, is that in that position, when girls are like this, it's not like they're just bouncing back up and down. They're actually going in a movement like ratting, and that is heating that spot constantly. They usually move like that like by instinct. There's a variation of this position called the reverse cowgirl that apparently targets these points even better because of the angle of the penis. But from what I've seen, the regular one work as good. So the next time you're going to have sex and you want to try something new, maybe to help you to last longer, give this a try and see how it makes a big difference. I remember how shocked I was the first time that it happened, and how just a simple position could make that much of a difference. That's why I'm sharing this. My goal is that by helping you to improve in those specific areas like your timing and your performance and the quality of sex in your relationship, you get to what is actually the important part. That is a more loving and deeper connection with your partner. I really wish that for you. Again, remember that if you're struggling with things like premature ejaculation, performance anxiety, and you want to overcome those things fast so you can accelerate the process for you to become a sex god and be the man of your life, go and click the link in the description right now. That way we can be in contact and work together to make that a reality as soon as possible for you. But besides that, man, I really hope this helps you. I'll see you later.